We just set up Facebook's Pixel and integrated it with Shopify in the old-fashioned way. Now I'm going to teach you a way to do it, which is my preferred way, with an app called Trackify, and it also comes jam-packed with a bunch of other features. So this is what I recommend that you do. We're going to go in here and add in Trackify, and Trackify does have one big competitor called Pixel Perfect. So if you want to go look at that app and see what it's all about, you can. I think Trackify is a lot better of an experience, and it does so much more than just pixel integration. It's something I'm going to be using throughout this course. So I'm going to add this app in. Perfect. Now that it's in, I'm going to install the app. And this is such a powerful tool. I'm a very, very big fan of the guys that work with Trackify. So 1 second, and we're going to pick the plan that we want to use. So you can see all of the different features over here, right? You can see that not only does it support multiple pixels, giving you the ability to have a backup pixel, and the concept of backup pixel is simple, right? If anything were to happen to your primary ad account or your primary pixel, let's say you get bad customer feedback or you get banned off of Facebook, you have a secret pixel that's learning just as much as your original pixel. So very, very good thing to do, very precautionary. It also allows you to do some auto catalog feeds, which imports all of your products from Shopify into Facebook, which can get very powerful when we start talking about retargeting in a later lesson. And it also has some basic feed options and also a basic Facebook audience builder. So what Trackify is able to do is build LAAs at a very, very rapid pace. And that's what's really, really good for, and a big reason why people install it. And it also, in the business version, doesn't come with any scripts. There's actually a very cool script that Trackify comes with as well that basically fires your pixel faster at the checkout level, so you are able to record more events. And I would say for all of those awesome features, easily worth $49.95 a month. So that's going to be the plan that I'm going to be choosing for this business. Awesome. So we're going to start this free trial. We have 7 days to cancel this thing before we get charged. And now this is going to be the platform that we get onto. You're going to see this little video start playing, and this is going to do a pretty good intro. One big thing that we have to do here is log into the Facebook account. Don't worry, Trackify is a super safe app. They're a very, very professional business, gold standard in the world of e-commerce. I'm just going to go ahead and log in to my Facebook account. Alrighty, here we are in Trackify X, and I've gone ahead and integrated my Facebook account with this Trackify account. So make sure that you've done that correctly, and it has a pretty intuitive setup process, so you're going to be able to easily follow along. This guy's video is pretty annoying, so I recommend you mute this thing. And what we're going to do first off is just pick the ad account that we want attached to this particular Trackify. The one that I'm going to attach is obviously Modern Habitat, because that's the Trackify that's associated with Modern Habitat. And then we're going to pick the pixel, okay? And we're just going to go ahead and add master pixel. And now that we've added in the pixel on Trackify, we actually have to go do something in Shopify now in order to make sure that we have good integrity of our data. So we're going to go into Modern Habitat Shopify, go to Online Store and Preferences, and basically undo the native pixel integration. We're just going to go ahead and delete that. And why is this important? It's because we don't want double tracking. We've just integrated our pixel with Trackify, so Trackify is going to be tracking as well. If we also have our pixel on Shopify, then one purchase is going to turn into 2 purchases, one add to cart is going to turn into 2 add to carts, etc. And that is terrible for our data. So if you notice some double recording going on, it probably means that you forgot to remove the pixel from Shopify. Now what we have to do is copy and paste this code into our checkout process, and what this code will do is basically accelerate the rate at which our pixel is firing, so it kind of tightens the gap between what is recorded on Ad Manager and what is recorded on Shopify. This isn't going to make a significant improvement to your performance, but it's always good to have more data for our pixel to work off of. So I'm gonna go ahead and reload this page, and I'm in settings and checkout, and you'll see this area called additional scripts. already have the old Trackify pixel code in there, but I want to make sure I'm pasting the up-to-date version. So go ahead and paste as plain text. There it is, and that's the code that I got. So just copy and paste whatever you just saw on your Trackify browser. And now we're going to go back, and we've done this. So now what we're going to do is actually create a catalog, and what this will do is basically sync up all of our products from Shopify into the Facebook Business Manager, and we're going to be able to do some very powerful things because of this. So first off, I'm going to enter that catalog name. Now keep in mind that catalogs are shared at the business manager level. So if you have multiple sites, multiple ad managers that you're running, you have to be very purposeful that you're naming this the right thing so you know which catalog to pick at a later time. And we're going to select the business manager, best course business manager, event source pixel, modern habitats pixel, and we're gonna have to pick a default Google category now. This isn't super important. It's more of kind of like a regulatory thing we have to do. We're selling home goods, so let's see, animal and pet supplies. Obviously it's not going to be it. Apparel and accessories. Let's see if I just type in home. Home and garden, right? We can do home and garden at just like the very broad level. We don't have to get too detailed. Clocks. So we can do home and garden decor. Okay, that's honestly good enough. Again, it doesn't really matter as long as you're accurate. So feed is set up completely, and that's perfect. Okay, now we're going to the dashboard. Once you go into the dashboard, this will basically give you a lot of analytics that you can look at, and Facebook is already doing this, so you don't really have to worry about looking at here, but it is pretty cool. Pixel, right? You can turn and close pixels, and this is where we can actually add in a backup pixel. So we can just add a pixel over here, right? And what we want to do in order to set up a good backup pixel, because again, we're making this backup pixel in the event that our Facebook ad managers jeopardize for whatever reason, right? Maybe we make a mistake with copyright, maybe we have bad feedback. I'm gonna go into Business Manager and make another ad account. This is where it's very important. If you just keep it on the same ad account, right? If you attach this pixel to the same ad account, it's going to be essentially the same thing. If that ad account gets in problems, your pixel is going to get screwed over. So we're going to create a new ad account, and I'm going to call this one Modern Habitat Backup, right? And we're not going to ever touch this ad account unless something terrible happens, right? And I'm going to press next for my business. So it says you've reached your ad account maximum. You can increase your limit by making a payment on your business account. So we're not going to be able to do this until we've actually ran ads. So don't worry about it now, but the setup is going to basically be the same thing. You're going to create a pixel on Ad Manager. You're going to go back to Trackify. You're going to copy in that pixel, right? You're going to select the ad account. It's going to be the backup one. You're going to pick the pixel, right? And we're just going to call it a collection pixel, right? Not the master pixel. And then we're also going to select the pixel. So another reason why you might use multiple pixels is usually people that are doing general stores, they have so many different products that they want to run different pixels for different products. I've also seen people with unisex stores, right? Big, for example, apparel and accessory stores, they want to segment the data between men and females. This is one great way to do it. So you can have an ad account for girls and another ad account for guys. If you really want to keep the data clean, maybe the messaging for guys and girls are going to be completely different. That's something for you to do. I've yet to run really like a unisex store. I've had products that appeal to both genders, but I've never had a store that's selling both male specific products and female specific products. So that's one way you can leverage the backup pixel. We're gonna go into analytics, and again, this is just checking in pixel health. This is audience manager. This is really cool. This is where you can build audiences outside of Facebook, and Trackify does it way faster. And I'll be using this tool in later lessons. And this is the catalog manager as well, right? So this is where we can see our catalog. You can see right here, this catalog is the one that we created for Modern Modesty. And we can add in multiple catalogs as well. And you don't really have to worry about any of this other stuff. But it is here some more advanced settings like reporting variance. You know, if you want to know what the ROAS is for each size, for example, you don't really have to get that granular. And then also value reporting for non-purchase events, right? If you are selling very high ticket items and it's hard for you to even get any purchases, I'm talking like items that are worth thousands of dollars, that's going to be very helpful here. But again, we don't have to worry about that. Everything is set up for all intents and purposes on Trackify. One thing I just want to look at is going back to Business Manager. I want to make sure the catalog imported. So I'm going to click on catalogs and take a look, and we should see that, yep, there's the Modern Modesty one, right? No issues. It should be perfect. We're going to click it right here, and let's take a look at the products. Right there it is. All of our products just got imported over to Trackify, and the pricing also carried with it. So very, very cool. And we're going to go back. Something that we can set up at this point, right, is we can set up Instagram shopping if we have an Instagram page, basically, that makes it so people that visit your Instagram page can go ahead and shop. And we can also add in a Facebook page shop as well, right? So we've already added our products. We just have to connect a page. And obviously, we've already picked a page, right? It's going to be Modern Habitat. I'm going to press next, right? Go to Commerce Manager. And we just have to link a bank account, and basically this is like Facebook's mini version of the Shopify storefront. So if you want to even get sales from your Facebook page, you can do it here. I don't really recommend doing this because it's a lot more easy to analyze data when everything is centralized in one spot, but there are people that have success with this. In fact, I even know of Facebook pages that make a lot of sales that don't have any storefronts at all. So that's what the catalog can do for you. And then another thing it does is going to be the dynamic retargeting, which I'll cover in a later lesson. But there you go. We've set up a pixel with Trackify. We've set up our catalog within Facebook Business Manager. I explained to you how to set up a backup pixel. It's very, very easy to protect yourself. You won't be able to set that up until you start running ads and you finish your first billing. That's kind of the limit of making an ad account. But again, it's so easy to do on Trackify, and it's a great app to start leveraging.